All right. So, Tai Chi for gait and balance. Get the most out of this class. Please take the time first to set up chairs. So we'll need 3 chairs in general, or something that gives us this setup. One chair, obviously, to sit in, and then I'm using 2 chairs to create a little frame, like a little balance beam framing, so that I got my hand here on something sturdy so I can do leg lift movements and weight shifting. There's a sort of a perfect distance between them. If they're too far apart, uh, then they're hard to get to. But if they're too close together, you feel narrow and you can't really move. So you can see it's, 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 feet or so apart from each other. And then you've got this chair to sit. And so it creates this training ground, this training space. It's kind of an interesting Taoist principle where they talk a lot about the value of emptiness, the value of empty space. So they say, the value of a room is the empty space inside the room, that you can do everything that you can do in there. Same idea with a cup, right? A teacup. The most valuable part of the teacup is the empty space inside that you can fill and utilize. So I like thinking about that often. And so this is no different than that. The value of this setup that we're doing is the space inside of it here that we can work on functional movement, right? So create that space, create the borders, create the support infrastructure. You got a chair to sit on. You've got these 2 chairs perfectly spaced in front of you. And then we can get going. So I'll just turn sideways so you can see a couple of alignment points. In general, the ear, the shoulder, the hip, right? So if my hips are back and my head is forward, you see how I don't have that alignment. My ear's out here, my hips are back here, my back is rounded. So that's why this basic getting of good posture, creating of a good posture, is forward tilt the pelvis, slightly lift the chest, slightly draw the chin down, crown up. So now we've got Zhongjung, or central upright. By now you've heard that concept a lot. That is primary to have intact, so that we can then get the value, the benefit of these other ideas, these other practices. So once Zhongjung, or central upright's intact, then try to relax, try to soften your tissue, try to unclench, ungrip. Our natural state is relaxation. So then why aren't we all relaxed all the time, right? Well, because life is stressful. Life has a lot going on. There's personal issues. There's global issues. There's a lot happening. There's health issues, as we're working with here. So there's a lot of very valid reason to not be relaxed, to be sort of stressed out. But it's not helping. It's not helping the situation to be stressed out. What does help is calm, relaxation, softness, allowing for things to flow, not impeding our own flow. So we create Zhongjung, central upright. We then unclench or relax as much as we can, just with the decision to do so, just from the command center in the mind. Just say, let go, relax, right? So some layer of tension washes through. Then the breathing helps with furthering that. Take a nice big long inhale. Hold that breath a little bit. And And then when you're ready, a nice long exhale. Hold the breath empty for a little bit. When you're ready, inhale again. And when you're ready, exhale again. Just keep that rolling. How much relaxation can you cultivate? How much tension can you let go of just by sitting and breathing? When meditating, we're watching our mind, just watching. And normally what will be going on there in yoga, they call it the chitta vrittis. It's a Sanskrit term that means habitual mind stuff chatter. Just goes from one concept to the next concept to the next concept. And we just want to become able to watch that. Just see, as in the Taoist world, they call it the drunken monkey, swinging from limb to limb. So if we watch our mind long enough, this monkey will jump from this topic to another one. It'll swing all around. And our job is to just watch. And eventually it'll calm down. And eventually we get to experience just a different state of brain, nervous system, body, relationship. But it's something that has to be cultivated. So every breath in, every breath out, we're just watching the mental, emotional activity. We're also watching the body. Notice if you start to lose your zhong zheng, your central upward. Notice if you start to clench or grip. Correct those when they happen. Last, let's say 8 breaths or so. See if you can sense Chunwan and Qingling. Chunwan, let there be a downward sinking. Sinking down, soft, sunken, and heavy. And notice as you let the sinking down happen, you don't fall out of your chair. So that other idea is Qingling. There's actually buoyancy and levity and support in the body when we let the sinking happen. Central upright, soft and relaxed throughout. Long, smooth breathing while watching the mind. Soft, sunken, heavy down, leaving just Qingling or lightness, nimbleness, function pervading your body. Now let's add our movements. Slide the hands back, elbows back, shoulder blades back, chest up, chin up, arch the back, go all the way. And then when you're ready, slide those hands forward, hollow your chest, drop your head and round your back. About 3 or 4 more. I'm hoping that these movements, especially as you come to this class more often, you start to realize that, oh yeah, we do this same little set every time. So maybe it's worth remembering that set. So that when we do it, you just dive right in and you're not, staring at the screen going, what are we doing? What are we doing? You realize, oh yeah, that thing, I remember this move, right? So you want to remember as much as you can. And again, that takes time, but be doing that, knowing that we come back to these gestures and movements every time. Last one, arching all the way. And then just settle to neutral. Then our second move, left hand forward past the knee, right hand and elbow back, turn to your right. And then back to center and turn to your left. Back to center and turn to your right. With the breath, inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Keep switching back and forth. A couple more twists. Just taking your time. No rush. Again, you should be continuing to twist. Continuing to twist. Just because I stop doesn't mean you stop, right? You keep doing the movement. Last one to each side. And then we're back to middle. Hang those arms nice and loose. Now we shift the weight to the right buttock, softly bow to the right. Float your left wrist up. Lean a little more so that left foot comes off the ground. And then we come back to middle. The foot lands, the buttock lands, the arm comes down, and we have Zhongjung, central upright. And then shift to the left buttock, lean, side bend. Float your right wrist up, which allows us a little more room to lean, which then allows that foot to come off. And then we're back to middle. So let's see if we can get this one to flow. Leaning, lifting wrist, tip, and back. Feel your middle pivot. So just drop your mind to your belly button and then deep to your belly button, meaning towards the middle of your body, is this middle pivot. Like the still point on a seesaw, right? If you think about a seesaw where one end goes down, the other end comes up, but then the other end goes down and vice versa, but there has to be a middle organization point, right? And so that's, for us, that's here deep in the belly. Now come back to middle, and let's do a little bit with the arms just to unpack tension up top, feet together. Fold forward from the hips, bring your arms forward, backs of hands touch, lift the arms up, chest level. Now go big open. Get the arms a little behind your body, turn palms forward, slide them down, and then let them rest in neutral. Let's do that 3 more times. Forward, backs of hands touch, come up to chest level. Big open. Behind you a little bit, not too much. Don't strain your shoulders. And down. Now with the breath. So it would be inhale. This whole movement is inhale, and then this whole movement is exhale. The inhale. Exhale. Now let's go full range, whatever that means for you. Forward and up. Keep going up, 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 up. Perhaps even as high as above your head. Way out. And down. Again, forward and up. So the state of our head, neck, shoulders, chest, upper back is really important in balance and gait, in moving around the room. You might think, oh, it's just my legs, right? But if we have heaviness, density, and bad posture up top, it throws everything off down below. So we got to get this improved. So let's go the other way. First, back, out, and up, chest level. Then tip forward from your hips a little, sweep those arms across in front, and then down, and then right alongside you. And we'll do it again. Back, out, and up. And then close. Neutral. We'll do it again. Back, out, and up. And close. Down. Again, really notice the roundness. We're going out. We don't want to skip any of these parts of the mechanics in the body. And then we're going to go full range. We go back, out, up. up as high up overhead as you can, and then forward, down, neutral, back, out, up, way up over top, down in front. Let's do that one more time. Back, out, up, way up and over. And again, we could spend the whole time working on the neck and shoulders, but for this class, we're just doing sort of a minimum clean out. Now, shift a little bit back in your chair so you feel very stable, so we can just get these legs a little bit. Bring the right knee up, grab your right knee gently, pull the knee towards the chest, flex the foot. Now we extend and then reload it. Set the foot down. We're going to do that again. Left leg, other leg, load it, extend it, load it, down. Again, other leg, load, push, load, down. A few more, load, push, load, down, and load, push, load, down, and load, push, load, down. Now right leg, extend, point and flex, point and flex. And then tilt the foot in, out, circle, reverse circle, down. Other leg, point and flex. And tilt that foot a little in and out. And circle. And reverse circle. And down. Now, scoot all the way to the front edge of your chair. One more with the legs before we stand up. Step wider apart than hip distance. Lift the toes up. Turning on the heels, turn your toes and knees in. And then lift those toes up again and turn the toes and the knees out. So these are the obvious moving parts, but where the movement's actually really happening is up in your hip socket. So feel that. Lift your toes, turn all the way in. You should feel a sort of slightly pinched quality in the groin. And then lift the toes and turn the toes and knees out. You should feel very open right in this groin area. They call this the quad, which literally means hip space. And it's important, very, very important right here. So internal and external, right? If these are stuck or weak or usually a combo of both, so many functions are impeded. So here we're just really getting our brain a clear sense of, okay, those are my hips. I gotta have functioning leg, pelvis relationship. Now, neutral, let's go lift the heels a little, bring the heels in and the knees out. Feel that openness in the hip. And then heels out, knees in, feel that pinching feeling there. And then heels in, knees out, external, open. And then heels out, knees in, internal. And let's do that a few more times. And neutral. Now, hang your arms loose. Keep Zhong or central upright through the crown of your head. So notice when I fold forward at my hips, my back and my torso kind of stays in that quote-unquote vertical or that upright alignment. And then back to perpendicular to the floor, and then lean back. Sit vertical, fold from the hips. Sit vertical, tip back at the hips. Now we're going to use that to stand up. So slide the feet back, fold at the hips, the torso is at an angle, forward you go a little bit to get the weight down to the earth through the legs, that's chun one, and then standing up but keeping the weight down in the earth. Now hip hinge right from that groin area, the quad, hip hinge, fold deeply at the hips, sinking the butt, check for your chair, and then have a seat. Let's do 3 more stand up sit downs. These are really important. Very functional. What you want to be looking for is doing it without any clenching. Realize that you can relax the whole body and still operate the vehicle. Folding, forward, rising up, and then fold, sinking down. Right? And one more time. Now, don't sit on the chair. Don't sit down. Just sit most of the way and then come right back up. So this is our Tai Chi squat. Hips back. Then we sink. We rise. And then fold. And sink. Rise. One more. And we're up. Now, you don't move your chair. Keep your chair where it is. I just have limited space for the camera, so I'm just setting things up here. So now, you have your chair on the right side. Go stand in front of it. Face the chair. Fingertips touching the chair. And now we tip forward into the toes. And then tip back into the heels. So just find this tip, 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 tip. Now stay tipped into your toes, hands on the chair. Lift your heels way up and back down. And then rock back to your heels and lift your toes up and back down. Rock into your toes, lift your heel down. So you should have your hand on a chair here. Hand on a chair for safety. Rock back and lift your toes. Up. Back and up. Forward and up. Back and up. Now, heels of hands on your chair. Walk your feet back. And then fold from the hips. That same hip space. Hinging, sticking your butt way back. Folding, getting a stretch through shoulders, back, buttocks, and legs. And then we go chest up, hips forward. And we go back again. Hips back, deep fold. One more time, chest up. Hips forward, and then let's go back one more time. Basically, downward facing dog. And chest up. Hips forward. Now walk your feet all the way to the chair. Stand up. Vertical. Turn and face forward. And then move backwards enough so you can still touch your chair. So you should now be facing forward. Be facing forward. And what you need is, again, you want this chair on your right side. So this is my left hand, but I'm saying right because I'm your mirror, right? I'm acting as your mirror. So the chair is to your right and slightly in front of you, but out of your way. Because remember what I said about the value of what we're doing here is, what we've set up is the empty space that we can move through, okay? So now, no hand on the chair, just hang your arms loose. Check your posture. A lot of times what's happening with people's posture is this is happening and they're sort of tipped like this, and then their head is like so. So bring the tail down, soften the legs a little bit, and have your chest slightly up and your chin, again, that little chin down, crown up. So create that alignment, and then just like we did in the chair, relax. Try to relax. Especially when standing, we're usually grabbing on because it's a little bit scary to fall, right? So can you relax while standing? You got your chair, keeping you safe. Now, a little softness through the knees. Take your index finger and just touch your belly button so you know where it is. You're giving yourself sort of a haptic, kinesthetic feeling. And then deep into the belly, that's your middle. And then from this middle, change your weight more to the right leg and more to the left leg. Now start with just, let's say, 60-40, just a small change of percentage. For some of you, this would be your whole exercise. If your balance is really not great, you would start just by trying to get some differential between full and empty left and right. Eventually, you get to where you can go over to the right leg, soften that leg to the point where this foot here is empty, totally empty. And then we change. It's a little bit over to the left, but then soften that leg so that the weight goes down through the left so that your right foot feels empty. So testing that, shift over to the right, and just see if you've got some freedom of movement. See what I'm doing here? I'm kind of sliding this foot around. The only way I can do that is because my weight is here. And then change. So now, can I make this one the mountain, sturdy, and this one's a cloud? It's free to move. So just test yourself on that. This is your basic Tai Chi that you could be doing when you're at the coffee shop or in the supermarket standing in line waiting. You can just be changing your weight, working on posture, weight change. Now stay in your right leg. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. Lift your left heel, get to the tip of the left toes, put that foot down, and then switch all the way into the left leg, get to your tippy toes on the right. So you have a mountain and a cloud. So the mountain leg, first make it totally sturdy, and then feel this other leg totally light, free to move. And then switch all the weight in the left and free, right? And then all the weight in the right, free. So this is the skill of walking that nobody understands because we didn't have to think about it that much. But now you got to think about it, whether it's Parkinson's or just age. We have to learn this. Now, hand on the chair, get all that weight in your left leg, empty the right foot, get to the tippy toe. Now, float the foot. Set the foot down. Change all the weight in the right leg. Get to the tippy toe of the left foot, float the foot, down, change. Some of you might feel pretty confident that, maybe you touch the chair, maybe no chair someday. Remember this, we're not leaning. Keep your vertical. Float. So how do I keep my vertical? It's this chunwan. It's this soft, sunken down, heavy, letting the softness get me down to the ground, and then soft, sunken, and heavy. Because usually we go over here and we tighten up and we push down and then we grab on and then we lean. None of that. Soft and soft. Now, hand on chair, put all the weight in your left leg. Let's go right knee up and down, and repeat. Same leg, up, down. Again, someday you can be lighter on the chair. You can try no chair someday, but go in the progression. And switch. Change. Tippy toe. Up, down. Up, same leg. Down. Make sure you get it all the way folded in. So James, try to make sure you get it all the way there and then all the way down. And then all the way folded up and long. And folded and long. Now switch each time. Change the weight. We go lift, down, change. Lift, down, change. And again, someday, no weight. You got the belly button center. You got the top of the head. So you're just keeping this floating meditation position while moving, right? That's Tai Chi. Now, all the weight in your left leg, put your right heel in front, touch the ground. And then switch. So you bring that right foot back, shift, and put the left heel in front. Bring it back. Heel. Now notice when I step the heel out, my body does not advance forward. My foot goes forward, but my body does not. That's important. So now as you go down through your left leg, put your right foot in front. Then as you commit your body weight to your right leg, then you move forward. Commit your weight to your back foot, your left leg, then you move back. So this is the meaning of the saying, the primary direction is down. The down moves you forward and back. So notice I'm not leading with my head. I'm not leading with my chest. I'm not doing anything. I'm just releasing down into the leg. And then releasing down. Releasing down. Cloud, mountain, cloud, mountain. Now, with your left leg, back leg, the mountain, hand on the chair, float your cloud leg up, float it down with the heel in front, and shift. Now your back leg is the cloud, bend the knee, touch the toe down, shift. So commit all that weight to the earth so that this leg is a cloud. And then commit all that weight down through the other leg here so the back leg is a cloud. Shift. You got sturdy and light. And then switch. Sturdy and light. Switch. Now, hand on chair for sure. Right knee up. Heel down in front. And shift. Back leg forward and up. Reach the toe back. Shift. All the weight's down there. So this is free. All the weight down there. So this is free. Shift. Lift. Lower. Shift. Lift. Lower. Shift. Now, bring your feet together. Side step. Shift over to your other chair. Bring your right foot in. And let's do that first little heel forward exercise on this side. So, all the weight in your right leg, your left heel forward. Bring it back. Switch. All the weight in your left leg, your right heel forward. And back. Again. Forward. Back. Down. So the important point here is when I'm getting ready to walk, I don't just fall forward like this. I sink down through one leg and get the other foot ready. Bring it back. Do it again. All the way down. Let's all be in your weight in the right leg, your left foot forward. Now, commit all the way down through your left leg. You move forward. Commit all your weight down through your right leg. You move back. Shift. Shift. Get comfortable. Relax the shoulders. Relax the chest. Because this tension up here kind of holds us back, makes us clumsy, makes us heavy. But as we relax, shift, shift. We can move with ease and fluidity, but our stability comes from connecting to the earth, connecting to the earth. Now, hand on chair, front leg empty, cloud, lift, lower, shift. Back leg empty, lift, touchdown, shift. Front leg, float, down, shift. Back leg, down, and lift, lower, shift. So remember this first sort of disconnect from the ground, we're not bending the knee on this front leg. It's just a straight leg. So we're finding the hip, right? This hip movement. And then on the back leg, we're only bending the knee, no hip. Now let's put all that together. Hand on the chair, we go lift, down, shift. Now the right leg should be your back leg. It goes forward and up, reach back, shift. The weight down in the earth allows this. Then the weight down. So before I lift, I got to make sure I'm grounded. Then I can safely do something up here. Commit. Commit. And one more. And we're back. Now, side step. Put all the weight in the left leg. Exercise 2 here. Really exercise 3. Put your right foot in front. Now, commit 100% of your weight to your right leg. Left foot empty. Step. Commit 100% to your left leg. So now you've moved 2 steps forward. Let's reverse. Go down through your right leg. Once your front foot is empty, toe behind, and then commit. So move 2 steps worth forward. Shift, step, shift. Reverse. Shift, step, shift. And shift, step, shift. And then shift, step, shift. One more. Shift, step, shift. And shift, step, shift. Level 2 of this exercise. Hand on chair so you can straight leg lift, down, shift, and now we're going to step over an obstacle. This back foot, float, step, set the heel down in front, and shift. Now your back foot empty like a little flamingo. Just bend the knee, touch the toe, and then we reverse. Shift. This front leg empty, so you float it, bend, important, extend back, then shift. Front leg empty from the hip, lift, lower, shift. Step over an obstacle, empty that foot, float the empty cloud foot, set it down while it's empty, then commit 100% to it. Back leg empty, still empty, commit. This leg empty, float, tuck, extend, and shift. Front leg empty, float. Let's do that one more time. Shift, step over the obstacle, shift, and reverse, shift, down. So all I'm concerned about is how am I getting down to the earth? And then anything else we add is just on top of that infrastructure. So level 3, full lift, down, shift. Now full range. So go heel to butt, then hip hinge, knee to chest, then full extend, down, and shift. Back leg, forward and up. Reach the toe back, and we reverse, shift. Full lift, tuck, extend to the earth. So like an extension cord, get it to the ground and then plug in. You stay plugged in, you can lift and lower. Then plug in. Now that I'm plugged into the earth, I can do something here, right? And then I got to plug in. Stay plugged. If you lose your plug, you feel like you're going to fall down. So just keep that in mind of how am I plugged? How's my grounding coming? plug in, and feet together. Switch sides. All the weight in the right leg, your left foot in front. Level 1, it's shift, plugged in, step with no body weight, and then plug in. And then we go back. But really back is down, step back, and then down. Again, down, step, down. Down, step, down. Eventually you get to where it feels just like you're floating. Floating. But you can't have wooden stilts for legs and get that feeling of floating. You have to soften a little bit to get this rolling, 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 rolling. Now, level 2. Your empty left foot in front, float, down, shift. Now with your back foot empty, step over an obstacle, and then shift. And then a little bend, down, shift. And then float, tuck, and reach. Shift. Lift, lower, shift. Step over, shift. Little flamingo. And level 3, full lift, down, shift. Back leg empty, heel to butt, knee to chest, leg out, lower down with no body weight, shift. Forward and up, back, shift. Up, tuck, reach, shift. Up, down, one more, shift. Full range. And we're back. So now, move yourself all the way to the left side of your space. Remember what I was saying about empty space being valuable. So now we want to have a big empty runway out in front of us and have your chairs there such that you feel like you have somewhere to go in case you lose your balance. Level 1, put all your weight in your right leg, left foot steps in front. Notice that my foot is there, but I have not advanced forward. I'm still connected to the ground here. Now, down moves me forward. Step your other foot, but don't move forward. And then down moves you forward. Step without moving forward. Down moves you forward. Step without moving forward. Down moves you forward. Again, step, down moves you forward. Be very careful going backwards. Down moves you backwards. Make sure you're completely supported by one leg. When you step the other leg, do not fall back into it. Stay in the leg you're in and just touch the toe behind empty and then commit to that leg. Step the front empty foot back behind, keeping it empty, and then commit. Step the empty foot behind and then commit. Sometimes it's helpful to just watch. If you're new, you can just watch how I'm doing that and it starts to make sense, right? Like I'm committed and safe here. I stay safe here even when I step, right? Then I commit to that leg. That moves me. Same idea forward. Down, step without moving forward, and then down, step without moving forward, down, 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 down. And then going backwards, same idea. Down, step without moving backwards, and then down moves you backwards. Step without moving even 1 inch backwards. And then down, the whole body moves to that new location. No movement back, all the movement. No movement, all the movement. No movement. All again. Down, step, down, step, down, step, down, step. Down, step, down, step, down, step, down, step, down, step, down. All right. Turn and face forward all the way to your left leg. Right leg empty, out, in, out, in. Another moment of your body not moving. So the step happens without any movement of your body. The qua, open, close, open, close, right? If I keep this closed and I step, then I'm clumsily going that way. Clumsy, 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 right? Versus open, close, open, close. Now, open. Now, shift, closing this one, allow this one to open. So don't pull the foot in, and then close this one, let this one open. So now our feet, almost like your feet are magnetically sealed to the ground, find this movement. And notice I'm not leaning and leaning. So my vertical's intact. So I'm moving from a particular interior mechanism. And that's the thing we're trying to train here. It's the groin area, the belly, low back, this section. Being able to operate from there. Now stay in your right leg, left leg empty, left quad open, close, open, close, open. So now I'm established here and I'm moving here. Body is here. Body's not moving at all, right? Now bring your left foot in, keep your feet together. Change all the way down through your left so that your right foot is empty. And then change again all the way through the right so the left is empty. And then all the way through the left, right empty. All the way through the right, left is empty. Let's put it all together. All the way through the left, your right is empty, open the quad, step. Shift all the way into the right, open the left quad, and then slide that left foot in empty, and then change all the way into the left leg, right leg empty, step. Notice the difference between step and step, right? We want this one, and then we want to shift, and then we want this one empty, and then shift, step, shift, step, shift, step, shift, step. Let's go the other way. Step out, shift. So there's a saying, the weight change happens underground. So see if you can get that feeling. I always think this is a great place to feel it. What that also means is that we are never not grounded if we're doing it right. So this feeling of being plugged into the ground and sturdy and supported remains throughout this whole change. It's just now I'm only using this to ground me, and then I'm changing and only using this to ground me, but I'm not uprooting myself clumsily. So I'm moving across space, staying grounded the whole time. And again. Now what we're going to add to this, shift to the right, turn a little. So if you're coming to Friday's class, which I really highly recommend, you know what we're doing here. This is called the bear washing paws in the stream. So just do a couple of these here. Shift to the right, turn from this same mechanism, turn and sweep those hands across. And then shift to the left leg, turn, sweep those hands across. And then shift and turn. Now, stay in your right leg, step that left foot in, And then change the weight to that left leg, turn, brush, and sweep. Right leg should be empty, step out. So now we're traveling while doing our bear washing paw. Left foot empty, step it in. Change the weight to the left leg, turn, brush, and sweep. Right leg empty, step out. Shift, turn, brush, sweep, step in. Shift, turn, brush, sweep, step out. Can you carry that cappuccino cup on your head? Don't spill it while making all of this change happen, right? And in some ways, that's probably not possible, but in other ways, it might actually be possible because there's this stillness that you feel when you start to really soften that tension out of your body. You feel internally there's space, there's stillness, even as you're like a floating octopus moving. So now we're doing the bear, swats those jumping fish. Again, just what matters here is not being perfect with the movement, but the pacing matters so that you're not discombobulating yourself, but that you're moving with such a quality, maybe you can see it in my body, that things are organized, things are together. They're not being separated and swung around, but there's this shift and this turn and brush and swat. And wash your paws and settle. Let's come to the space in between your chairs. Put all the weight into your left leg. Right leg turns out. Shift all the weight into that right leg. Turn the body and step the left foot to match. So you just reoriented to the right 90 degrees. Let's do it again, to the right. So you put all the weight in your left leg, right foot empty, turn the leg out, and then shift all the weight down through the right leg and bring the body around to match. Do it again. And so what often people are doing with this when they're turning around is the penguin movement, and we don't want to do that. We don't want to do this little penguin, 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 right? That takes way too much energy. It's quite unsafe. It doesn't look great either. So this emptying of the right, turning the right leg out, and then shift and step. Go around again. Empty the right leg, turn out, shift, step. Empty the right leg, turn it out, shift, step. Turn the right leg out, shift, step. Turn that right leg out, shift, step. One more time, so it's 3 times around to your right. And then once you've gotten around that 3rd time, let's do it to the left. So empty the left foot, turn it out, shift, and turn. Shift into the right leg, left foot empty, turn it out, shift, turn the body. So first it's an empty leg turning out, and then you commit to that turned out leg, and that allows you to turn your body and reorient to the new direction. Left foot empty, turns out, and then commit. Commit to the right leg so the left foot is free, can turn out, and then commit to the left leg, bring the right foot around. Commit to the right leg, left foot is empty, turns out, and bring it around. Commit to the right leg, turn out, left leg, bring it around. Go around one more time. practical application of this. So you got your chairs. Move to the left side inside your chairs, sort of to the front, so your chair is right next to your leg. So watch me do one round of this. So I turn my right leg out, shift into my right leg, and then take one step forward with the left foot and commit to the left. So just watch, keep watching. So now that I'm here, I'm going to turn the right leg out, commit to the right leg, and take one step forward with the left and commit to the left. So I call this the box walk. Okay? Now again, I'm going turn, shift, and turn my body in this new direction, and I'm stepping in the new direction and committing in that new direction. And then we do it one more time, we should be back where we started. Turn the right foot out, shift into the right leg, reorient, then step and commit to that leg. So let's do that together. And again, the safe way to do it is have the space between your chairs. Hand can grab the chair as needed. So, right leg turns out, commit to the leg and reorient your body to that new direction, and then step your left foot and commit to the left foot and move in that new direction. And then we do that again. Turn the right leg out, commit to the right leg, your body's reorienting, and then step in the new direction. Advance forward in your new direction with just one step. Turn the right leg out again, and then shift, turn, step, and commit to that left leg, advance. We do that one more time. Turn the right leg out, commit, turn the body, take a step, and arrive. Let's do it one more full box step. Right leg out, shift, turn, step. This is practical. This is what we do every day when we're walking, and then we go, oh, I got to get over there. So we reorient with the empty foot, then change the weight and correct the orientation. So we're going, oh, I got to go that way. Turn, and then we walk. We advance in that direction. Turn, advance. Okay, now we're going to switch. So side walk over to the other side, and let's do it with the left. So left foot empty, turn out, all the way down through the left leg, reorient the body, take a right foot step in that direction, shift into the right leg. Turn the left foot out, commit to the left leg, reorient your body, right foot step, commit. And we do it again. Left foot turn out, commit to that leg and turn, step. Turn the left foot out, reorient, step. One more time around the box. Foot, step. Reorient, step. Reorient, step. And then make your way to that space between the chairs and finish with the self-massage. Hands together, rub the palms, rub the back of one hand, palms, back of other hand, palms, groin area, hip flexors, tail, lower back, and then like we're doing a squat from earlier, the butt back, sit the buttocks, sweep the hands down the outside, around to the inside, standing up, come up the inside, past the groin to your navel. And we do it again. Groin, hip flexors, tail, lower back, sides of legs, outsides of legs, insides of legs, and belly button. One final time. The groin area, the quad, the hip flexors, the tail, the low back, and then the outside of the legs around to the inside of the legs, and navel or belly button. And then finally, outer arm up over the shoulder, turn the arm palm up, down the inner arm and off. Again, so we go smooth, 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 smooth. And switch. Smooth, smooth. It's like a little chi reset for the whole body. Loose and closing. Settling. And then we seal by taking the center point of this palm right over the belly button, and then the center point of this palm over the center point there. Close. Thank you, everybody. Great job. If you have any questions, feel free to unmute because you are muted. And make sure you know where your chair is when you go to sit down. And just that heads up, remember too that PD Active takes care of my part of this in terms of support. So if you can support PD Active wherever possible in terms of donations, wherever you can, okay? Any questions about anything we did today? Everyone's perfectly balanced and is going to be able to walk all day long, right? Good. Deborah, you got anything? I see you unmuted. Any questions, Deborah?
I was going to say thank you.
Oh, great.
I was going to say thank you.
Great.
Thank you.
I wanted to offer
I needed
something.
to say thank you.
Yeah.
I wanted to offer something.
Sure.
Vicki Russell does the chair yoga on Wednesdays through PDX, and she's the first one who helped me clear my head while I'm breathing. And here's what she does. She says when she inhales, in her mind, she's saying, I'm inhaling, and then I'm exhaling. And she says, if you keep saying that, there's no way you can think about anything else because your mind is saying those words.
It's true. It's
And
very true.
Yeah. It's the first time I've been able to clear my mind, actually, if I just stick to that. It's funny.
Yeah. The mind wants something to sort of do, right? And that's a beautiful part of our mind. Our mind is capable of planning and thinking and working through problems, and that's what it's trying to do. It's our friend, but it sort of gnaws away at our contentment.
Relaxation.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a good point. Is you give your mind something. I'm inhaling. And it's interesting. We can say, they say, only crazy people talk to themselves in their heads. Well, I think the point is we can say and speak and almost hear inside of our minds. So there's value in that. Definitely value in that. Cool. Mark, you got something?
Thank you. Very good class.
Awesome. Keep it up. Enjoy. Remember, Tai Chi is like everywhere. It's in everything you do, everything you'll do from right now till the next thing you do, whether it's turning or reaching for something. It's this idea of be relaxed, use your liquid, your fluid body power system rather than tightening up and then doing it awkwardly. So just relax as your primary act before you do anything else, and then just stay at ease through everything you do, and that's Tai Chi, okay? It's everywhere in your life. Okay.
Thank you.
Pleasure having y'all. Bye.
Fifi was with me today. It's my in-home support.
Great. More the merrier. More the merrier. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.